morning, everyone. Here we are on May 23rd. It's a Wednesday. Normally I get to meet with the other pastors today, but things being what they are with the co-op and the theater presentation and everything, I'm not going to get to participate today. But it's so a number of things in today's passage as we're winding down David's history here that it's disturbing. There's some things here that are disturbing, and I don't really want to get into that. I'd rather stay with the larger theme of what we see here. And we have this situation where there's a plague that's going on. That was David's choice of the three choices for the consequences of what he had done, and here they were. The plague had the Lord had stopped the plague at the threshing floor of Ornan here, and Gad informed David that the Lord wanted him to build an altar and make sacrifices in this place. So he goes, and Ornan, being a good subject to the king, offers up his threshing floor, offers his oxen, offers his wheat as sacrifices and such. And David says, no, I will buy them from you at a fair price. I won't offer to the Lord what belongs to you, nor offer an entirely burned offering that costs me nothing. Now, some people would just dismiss this, but we have to understand this is David. We need to take note when David shows an attitude like this, this is the creator of our modern day worship. Okay. This is the one that the Lord overlooked certain infringements against the law because David was bringing in this form of worship, which he treated as a sacrifice to the Lord. So when David is making mention of an attitude towards offerings, we should take note. And what he said here is I am not going to offer up anything to the Lord that hasn't cost me. And unfortunately, we can come into church, we can come into the presence of the Lord, and we come in to offer sacrifice, offer praises of sacrifice. It hasn't cost us anything. This is the reason why we've started taking up an offering of money in everything that we do when we come together, so that it costs us. So that when we come in, it's costing us, because we're not trying to buy or manipulate anything from the Lord. So we want to offer up a real offering. We want to give to Him what costs us. We want it to cost us as we come before the Lord, because it has cost Him everything, and we want to honor Him and bless Him. There are some who are going to take exceptions to that, but I'm looking to David. I'm looking at David's attitude, and man, I want that. I want that relationship that David had, and I want to look at all the examples that David gave of his attitude towards the Lord, our Creator, the one who's called us to such intimacy, the one who went to the cross for us, the one who rose from the dead and has been changed for all eternity for our sake, so that we can join Him. The one who invited us into the kingdom, the one who inhabits us and we inhabit Him. The one who made us the place where heaven meets earth, the one who sends us out to give sight to the blind and cast out illness and demons and all that. This is the God who we're coming to. This is the one who provides for us, the one who says, I've got your back. Just you pay attention to the things of the kingdom and I've got your back. He provides for us, looks after us, takes care of us, sings over us all the time. He's with us all the time. He is with us. So why would we come before Him with empty hands? That's crazy. And so we have this ugly situation where there's 70,000 have died thereabouts, and David has bought this threshing floor and built this altar, and then we read, he says, this will be the site of the temple. So in this ugliness, in this place of ugliness, in this place of death, this beautiful thing is brought into being. This will be the place of worship. A worship, a sacrifice that was offered up. because of a plague. A place of death. A place of death that was turned into a place of life. Where the Lord is worshipped, there is life. Where He's honored, there is life. There's life. And so David, that temple cost David. Cost him all his personal wealth. Made all the arrangements. Looked at his son and said, he's not experienced enough for this, not for what the Lord deserves. And he laid down all the plans, and he set aside all the treasury. So he made all the arrangements. And we know when we read Solomon followed in his father's footsteps. What his father did was great, but Solomon didn't want it to be his father's sacrifice alone, and he sacrificed. He added so much more to the grandeur of this temple. And it's not that God could be housed here. The temple was an offering. The temple wasn't even a reflection of God's grandeur. It was the best that we had to offer. It was the best that we could offer to God. It was the very best. And when we come in, it doesn't matter whether it's a small church or big church. It doesn't matter. But you come in with your very best. You offer your very best. When you come in to worship, you offer your very best to Him. All of your heart, all of your mind, all of your soul, all of your strength. That's what He's looking for. So you have a blessed day today in all your comings and goings. I pray that the Lord will remain foremost in your thought. I pray that there will be scripture that is constantly going through your mind. I pray that worship is on your tongue at all times. Even if it's just the melody, just hum it, whistle it. Just keep worshiping all day long. Just practice His presence. Know that He is with you. Know that He's always with you. And His intention is to bless you and build you up. So God bless. God bless. The kingdom is about increase, so increase today. In Jesus' name.